everybody should grow garlic. Everybody that can grow garlic should grow garlic. You should avoid buying this kind of stuff at the grocery store as much as you can, because it is one of the easiest things to grow. You literally take this little clove and you put it in the ground 2 inches, and in August you harvest this. And that's fresh, in my case, organic garlic. It's pretty exciting too, to when you go to pull out the garlic and you find a nice big bulb like this one or like this one, and you know that is gonna do a couple meals. It's actually a beautiful day out today. It's +2, feels like -1, but I don't know, I think it's just kind of calming around here. The garden is basically empty with the exception of Brussels sprouts. But garlic is the last thing I usually do in the garden, and besides coming in here every once in a while for fun, our focus is going to change to the grow room. I have a whole bag. I don't know how many's in there. Feels like maybe a couple pounds of garlic. In August, when we harvested our garlic, we, I think, harvested 8 pounds of garlic, and we planted about the same amount as we were going to be planting this time. We planted 68 and 60, so like, let's say 120 cloves of garlic, and we ended up with 8 pounds of garlic, which I think we'll flashback right now. This was sitting out back, and the weed, the vine, whatever this is taking it over. There we go, it's ready. Now, if you're wondering about these buckets, we usually buy them from a local ice cream shop. This one is chocolate peanut brittle. I happened to pick the same two, but I think we bought about 10 this year. There's a couple different uses for them. Sometimes we throw holes in the bottom and use them as pots. Oh gosh, we use them for a lot of things. We use them to soak things in. We use them for storage. They come with lids, and they're not completely sealed, so they're not meant for like flour or anything like that, but they're great for around the garden. And I think they sell for about between $1 and $2. So good purchase. Now, you see I've got a ton of work to do. I just had to pop on here for a second. I want to show you this weird guy. So a regular bulb looks like this, with the stalk that goes all the way up here. This one is sort of a round. That means that this bulb was planted upside down, and the top had to find its way up to the soil. These ones actually been really successful for me. These are the music garlic. The last ones that we harvested were the Mennonite garlic, but these ones are music. I do these ones every year, and I usually have good success with them. All the stuff that comes off of it, that and this. For this particular one, we'll have to burn it. And I'll show you a couple of the things that we did with our garlic that you can do too. It's so simple. You don't need anything fancy to deal with garlic. Instant roasted garlic paste. Even years before, I just hung it. I pulled it out of the ground and I laid it flat for a couple weeks or a month, and then I hung it up in my kitchen, and I just grabbed it as we used it. It's amazing. This year I had to peel it all because we ended up with a pest in our garlic, a leek moth in our garlic, which we had never experienced before. But that's okay. Sometimes that happens, and all you can do is make the best of it, which meant that we had to peel it all and process it right away. This is the Mennonite garlic. I think that's it. This year I'm putting the garlic in a different bed. actually a new bed. We had peppers in this bed last year. It was the first time we used this bed. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, 12 bulbs of music garlic. And these ones are actually quite nice and large too. Like this one has 4 cloves on it, which means 4 garlics to harvest when they're ready in August. So that's pretty amazing. I'm going to break these open and grab the cloves out of them, and I'll catch up with you later. See that? That one I accidentally pulled the peeling off of, so I'm gonna bring that in the house and we'll eat that soon. The same thing to that one. Oh! It's a bittersweet time here in Atlantic Canada where it's time to plant our garlic, which is excellent, but it also means that we are running out of days that are warm. Bill and I are both sporting our bibs because it's cold, and in order to just stay outside, we just suit up and come outside. So let's get this party started. When you plant your garlic here, you got to make sure that there are limited amount of warm days left in the season, because the garlic will sprout. And what I've heard is if the garlic sprouts early, like before the snow comes, it can affect the flavor of the harvested garlic in August of next year. So we're ready today. We could have probably planted this last week too, but I wasn't ready. I had all the garlic, I have all the bulbs and ready to go, but the backyard landscaping project has taken up a lot of our time, which I'm totally over the moon and happy to put in that time, because that project is gonna change the way we use the area that we have to use our backyard. If I can, I like to have things straight, and interestingly enough, my 3 sisters' bed was just an amazing chaos of a bed, and it was just absolutely stunning. So I kind of like both ways, but with the garlics, I want to get as many as I can in here. So I decided that I would use a storyboard this time and measure out 4 inches, and I'm offsetting that board every time I move over a row. So just to show you what I mean, here's the storyboard marked every 4 inches, and these are the garlic. So you always plant the garlic with the point up and the root down. The root is the flat part here. That's a big one. And then you just put that in there down the hole. I'm gonna leave them all exposed until I'm done, so that I know that I planted garlics in these holes. Exposed until I'm done, so that I know that I planted garlics in these holes. So we've done it. We've planted our garlic for the season, and all we have to do now is just wait until August. That's all you need to do. You just need to put the garlic cloves in the ground about every 4 inches. When the garlic starts sprouting, I'll remove the straw from the top of here. You don't need to add straw. I just prefer to do it. It helps me remember which bed I put my garlic in, to be honest. And I did want to talk a little bit about what we created over the last year from the garlic. What I didn't talk about actually was, if you planted hardneck garlic in around July, you'll be able to cut, there's like little green garlic scapes that come out of the top of the middle of the garlic, and you can cut those off and you can use them in things that you would use, like onions. It's a mild garlic taste, but more like an onion texture. So I just cut them off and I throw them in a bag like this and put them in the freezer. My intention here was I was gonna make garlic scape pesto, but I ran out of time, so I just threw them in the freezer. We also did full garlic cloves, so I can just go into the freezer and grab these whenever I want and throw them in anything. And then we did the roasted garlic ice cube tray trick. And next year I will be doing much more of these. As you can see, we have gone through them very quickly. And just at the beginning, we showed you how to do the dehydrated garlic. So that's what this is here. It's amazing. You can just go into the jar anytime you want and just grab any sort of amount of garlic here and throw it into your dish. It'll rehydrate while it's cooking. Out of the dehydrated garlic, I did garlic powder. I just put it in like a coffee grinder. I would usually only do this when I need it because it's better to do it when you need it because it'll be fresher, but I did want to show you that you can make a powder out of it. So I really think that I've given you all the tools to be able to plant your own garlic. I really hope you do. If you do, please comment below and subscribe for more videos like this. We are getting into our season that we will be in the grow room, so there'll be videos coming out like that. But if you want to see what the grow room looked like last year, check out the video that I'll post in the bio. And again, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you and we're grateful for you. Have a good day. I interrupt this viewing to have my future self be happy of my past self. These 3 rows here of garlic are music garlic, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 60 cloves of music garlic.